What happens when one of Hollywood's most admired actors walks into what he believes will be a friendly, relaxed interview, only to realize he's being cornered with sharp accusations and personal jabs? Well, you're about to see one of the most intense moments in daytime television history. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below, because this one gets absolutely wild. The studio lights burned brightly as Jude Law settled into his seat across from the panel on The View. Over the years, he had done countless interviews, promoting everything from small independent films to massive Hollywood blockbusters. Still, something felt off today. The mood in the room was tense, almost like a trap waiting to spring. "Welcome back to The View," Joy Behar said, flashing that familiar smirk longtime viewers instantly recognized. "We're rejoined today by the incredibly talented Jude Law, who's here to talk about his new movie. But before we get into that, Jude, there's something I really want to ask you." Jude adjusted slightly in his chair, keeping his calm, professional demeanor. "Of course," he said politely. "Go ahead." "Your recent comments about American politics in that Guardian interview," Joy began, her tone sharpening, "they really raised some eyebrows. You basically suggested that Americans don't understand nuance when it comes to international issues. That sounds pretty insulting, don't it?" The audience went quiet. This was not what anyone expected from a supposed entertainment segment. Jude lifted his eyebrows slightly. "I think there has been a misunderstanding," he replied. "I never said anything like that. In fact, I praised American audiences for their intelligence when discussing my latest film." "Oh, please," Joy cut in, waving her hand. "Don't walk it back now. You said Americans need everything explained to them because they can't handle complex stories." "That is absolutely not true," Jude said firmly, his British accent growing stronger as frustration crept in. "I would never say that about any audience, especially American audiences who have supported my work for years." Joy leaned forward, clearly enjoying the tension. "So you're saying The Guardian got it wrong? Or maybe you just don't want to admit what you really think about the people who pay to see your movies." "I'm saying," Jude retwisting my words, Jude shot back, still controlled but clearly irritated. "I talked about storytelling challenges across cultures. That's it. If you're going to quote me, at least do it accurately." The other hosts exchanged uneasy looks. This was spiraling fast. "Accurately?" Joy laughed, without warmth. "That's rich coming from someone who thinks Americans are too dumb to understand his art. Is that why you stepped away from Hollywood for a while? Couldn't they stand working with us simple Americans?" Jude's jaw tightened. "That's completely unfair and inflammatory. eBay always expressed respect for American audiences and the film industry." "But you did leave," Joe pushed. "After a few box office disappointments." "Alfie, all the king's men. The holiday did okay, I guess, but let's be honest, your American career wasn't exactly booming." "My career decisions have always been about good material and creative collaboration," Jude replied. "eBay been lucky to work with amazing people on both sides of the Atlantic." "That's a very safe answer," Joy smirked. "Very polished. Very British." The tension was thick. Jude could feel the lights and the pressure. "I'd rather be thoughtful than reactive," he said. "I don't think television gives anyone permission to be openly hostile to guests." "Hostile?" Joy snapped. "I'm asking fair questions. You came on this show, so be ready for tough ones. This isn't some soft British program where everyone praises you." "There is a difference between tough questions and twisting Simeone's words," Jude replied, his voice rising slightly. "You're building this entire argument on something that isn't true." "Not true." Joy scoffed. "I read the interview. You said British actors have to dumb things down for Americans." "That never happened," Jude said sharply. "Show me that quote." "It don't exist." This is exactly the kind of gotcha media behavior that damages trust. The studio was silent. "Gotcha journalism." Joy raised her voice. "I'm doing my job. Used because you're used to special treatment don't mean you get a free pass." "Let's talk about responsibility," Jude said firmly. Jude spent several minutes attacking me using words I never said. Oh, spare me, Joy said. I've been in this business longer than you've been acting. Then you should know better, Jude replied. You're creating controversy where there is none. Manufactured, Joy laughed harshly. Everything's manufactured with you people. The Wounded British Gentleman Act. Do you think your accent makes you sound smarter? My accent is irrelevant, Jude said tightly. What matters is your refusal to conduct a professional interview without personal attacks and fake quotes. Fake. Joy shouted. Let's talk personal then. Multiple relationships, kids with different women. Maybe don't lecture me about professionalism. The studio froze. Even for daytime TV, this crossed a line. That is completely unacceptable, Jude said, his face pale, then red. My children are off limits. In America, we value family, Joy pressed. Stability. Responsibility. How dare you bring my children into this, Jude said, shaking with anger. This is about ratings, not truth. You're a hypocrite, Joy fired back. Jude stood up suddenly. Enough. I will not stay here while you attack my family. Sit down, Joy snapped. You agreed to this. This isn't an interview, Jude said loudly. This is an execution based on lies. Joy claimed innocence, but Jude demanded proof. Show one quote. 1. Joy hesitated, shuffling papers. It's in here somewhere. No, it's not, Jude said calmly. Because it doesn't exist. The silence was deafening. Jude continued, explaining what he actually said in the interview, praising American audiences and storytelling. That doesn't sound insulting, does it? He asked. Joy weakly said it was about implication. No, Jude said firmly. The implication is that you chose to attack without facts. I don't need to verify everything, Joy snapped. That's the problem, Jude replied. You have power, and you use it irresponsibly. Then why come here? Joy asked. Because I expected professionalism, Jude said. Not tabloid behavior. Another host tried to shift the topic, but Jude refused to move on. You insulted my career, my character, and my children, he said. And I'm supposed to smile and promote a movie? Joy said he was dramatic. You accused me of things I never said, Jude replied. That's not drama. That's defamation. Finally, Jude removed his microphone and stood tall. I came here to talk about my work, he said to the camera. Instead, I was attacked with lies. Please read the actual interview and decide for yourselves. He praised American colleagues and audiences, then walked off set. The studio sat frozen until someone finally called for a commercial break. What do you think about this unbelievable confrontation? Have you ever seen anything like this on daytime television? Leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe for more moments like this.